Hey, what's up, everyone? BG Carl here. Honestly, you can call me whatever you want or however you want. Doesn't really matter. What's important is that we talk about the topic of today, which is the news about the upcoming forbidden or limited list, and also for the skill balances. But we're not going to talk about the skill balances. We're just going to talk about the limited or the semi and the semi-limited stuff. So we're gonna click on this and we're gonna see that here, so it says that it's gonna be implemented on the 25th, so there's still 14 days from this point to take advantage of whatever deck you have right now. Like if you have a meta deck and if it's like killing the scene right now, just keep on playing it, because you'll never know if your card's on the list. So we're gonna click on this and see what is or what are on the list. So here we go, and bam, right off the bat we come up with Kawaki Miru Maximus. Now, if I'm not mistaken, because sometimes I check my opponent's decks, I think most of the time they run 3 of this guy in their deck, so this will impact them a lot, because now they cannot just easily grab this. I mean, the synergy of their deck is really good. Like, they have support cards that can definitely pull this guy off and summon him whenever they want to. Honestly, out of like maybe 4 out of 5 times that I have faced an enemy or an opponent that uses the Kawaki Mirror deck, they pretty much summoned him. 4 out of 5 times this guy shows up on the field on the first turn, and that just goes to show how strong the synergy of this deck is. So I'm gonna be a little bit diplomatic here and take the middle ground. So let's talk about the people who use this deck. So obviously they're gonna be hurt a lot. They can probably still play it, but it wouldn't be as efficient as they did before, or that they will be doing right now until the update comes up. So that's going to be a huge blow on them. And on the other side, which are for the people who doesn't use this deck, then good for you, because now you're not going to have a hard time on facing these guys, because at least now they don't have 3 of these guys, so you know the chance of getting this on their hand at the first turn will be low, and at the same time they cannot use any other limited card on their deck other than this one. So that's a huge thing. I'm sorry for the ones that uses this deck, but then again, at the same time, it helps the community a lot, because I hear a lot of complaints, or I see a lot of negative feedbacks when it comes to this deck, or when it comes to like comments against this deck, especially in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Facebook page. It's like every time they post something, someone will complain about this. It's not the same person, it's, you know, different people that'll complain about this. So good for them, bad for whoever uses this deck. Hopefully you guys can come up with something new so that you can compensate with this huge blow. And I meant the deck users. I mean, you should be skilled enough by now to build a better deck or build something around this guy. If you really want to play this deck, if you're just playing this deck because it's the meta deck, then I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, just go ahead and get the newest deck so that you can win. I mean, that's all that matters to you anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm here to play the game for fun. I don't use a meta deck. I would say the deck that I'm using is good. I'm mainly using the Silent Magician deck, but I also use the Hammer Shark deck every now and then, and I also use like the Hazy Flame deck. But I mean, those guys aren't as powerful, or those decks aren't as powerful as this one. Currently, this is like one of the top decks, alongside with the Dino deck and whatnot. But again, hopefully you guys can come up with something better. as far as Konami is concerned, thank you for this update, because I'm one of the people that does not like to play against this deck, because there's no interaction at all. And like I said, 4 out of 5 times they can drop whatever they want. Spellbook, I don't really encounter these people a lot. I would say I only encounter them like maybe 1 out of 10 duels, so I don't really mind them that much. Let's go straight to the semi-limited list, and oh my god, this is really gonna hurt the Koaki Mirror users a lot, because now they cannot use Hatronade, because as we all know, those people that runs this deck uses Hatronade. See, your only chance to win against these guys is if you have like a full back row that can counter them. But if you don't, then you know you really don't stand a chance against a Koaki Mirror user. But here's the thing: even if you have a full back row of stuff that could like negate, say graveyard effects or banishing and whatnot, that's not gonna matter, because these guys uses Hatronade, and as we all know, Hatronade is semi-limited. But come the 25th, or once March 25th comes into play, they can't use Hatronade anymore. Or if they really want to, then they'll have to use just one of this and one Hatronade, which I don't think will work out, because they need at least 3 of these to make their deck work. So, wow, this is a really huge blow. But I hope that this affects the community a lot better now, because like I said, a lot of people complain about Koaki Mirror, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have quit too because of this deck. So now those people might come back, because this deck is not as OP as before anymore, and hopefully we don't get too much complaint against this deck. Well, we're still gonna get some complaints, as that's gonna be for or from the people that uses this, but whatever, it is what it is. You know what's gonna happen. You know that meta decks don't last forever, so there's always gonna be a nerf on the upcoming patch. Now, next one is Samura's Call. I don't really encounter people that uses this, probably because I've never been any higher than Platinum 3. The highest that I've gained so far is Platinum 2. I've only played this game for like, what, a month? And I've never played any Yu-Gi-Oh game at all other than Duel Links, and I've never played the card game ever since, what, 13 or 14 years ago. So that's about it. And then here's about like the names and such. So it says here, starting March 25, 2019, the term limited will be changed to limited 1, while semi-limited will be changed to limited 2. Makes sense. Makes it easier for people to understand. It's newbie friendly, so that's a good thing. And please note that any instances of limited or semi-limited in past updates to forbidden/limited list or related notifications should now be read as limited 1 and limited 2. Okay, cool. So it's just a name change, but the huge blow, or the biggest deck that got hit hard, is the Koaki Mirror decks, Spellbook, and whoever uses this deck, or I mean this card rather. So that's all for now. Well, there you go. Konami wrote it for me right here. That will be all for this time. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.